How's it going, everybody? Coach Zach here. Tuesday's Metcon, May 5th. No skill strength today. We will be hitting 3 6-minute AMRAPs. We'll be resting 3 minutes in between each one of those. We are going to start with a sumo deadlift high pull and alternating V-ups. Then we will regress down to 2 slightly easier movements in our next 6-minute AMRAP of deadlifts and tuck-ups. And then again, as we fatigue more, we will regress that movement to sumo deadlifts and sit-ups in our third 6-minute AMRAP. So as we go through each AMRAP and we begin to tire and fatigue more, those movements should get progressively easier so that we can keep our sustained energy and output up the entire time. The way this workout is going to go, all 3 of those 6-minute AMRAPs are going to be ascending ladders. So we're going to start 2 sumo deadlift high pull, 2 alternating V-ups. Next round, 4 and 4, then 6 and 6, so on and so forth. Big cues that you guys are going to hear from me, and then as well, if you take the live class with Case or any of the Zoom classes, coaches will be reminding you guys, start out slow. Even though the reps are really small and you can accumulate quick rounds, don't forget the round of 2, 4, and 6 is the exact same time as the round of 12. So even though you can get through 2, 4, and 6 super fast, if the round of 12 takes you twice as long as those 3 rounds did, then we actually did ourselves a disservice in the beginning by going out the gate way too hot. So let's get into it. Sumo deadlift high pull. Again, if we don't have a barbell, we've touched on this, feet together. We're gonna go heels, and toes. This should put us at a pretty close sumo stance to where we can screw those feet into the floor with a soft bend in those knees. Those knees are out over those ankles. Depending upon how this feels, we can either scoot in a little bit or we may go even wider depending upon what stance feels the best for us. But with those sumo deadlift high pull, if you have a barbell or if you have an odd object, you will be going just 2 reps, 4 reps, 6 reps. You won't need to split those because you'll be using both hands. If you have a single kettlebell or dumbbell, I just want you to split those reps evenly across your hands. So round 1 would be 1 high pull in the left, 1 high pull in the right, hit those 2 V-ups. So let's go ahead and touch on a few things. Remember, in that sumo deadlift high pull, we want to make sure that if we have an odd object, it's not way out in front of us. Instead, it's in between what would be like the knuckles of our toe. Excuse me. If we have a barbell, remember you're going to keep that nice and close to the shin. Reason being is that when we return back down to the ground, we want to have a nice close center of gravity here. We don't want to be reaching way out in front of us. So soft bend in those knees, screw those feet into the floor, back's nice and flat. Remember, high pulls are a hip-driven movement, so I'm going to explode with those hips. And then I'm going to finish up at the top, elbow, wrist, and collarbone. Next movement in our second 6-minute AMRAP would just be the regular deadlift. You can go holding one head of the dumbbell. If that shortens your range of motion a little too much, you can hold the inside of that dumbbell and just go right before you get to the ground. Same thing, back flat. Really make sure we're driving those hips back on the descent, squeezing those glutes and hamstrings on the way up. And then the third 6-minute one will just be a sumo deadlift, no high pull. On the sumo deadlift, make sure that as we go down and as we come up, those knees are staying out, but they're not coming in on us. For our 3 core movements, alternating V-ups, tuck-ups, and sit-ups. Remember, on those alternating V-ups, we want to try to meet right in the middle of our body, hands and feet. What we don't want to do is barely raise our upper body up off the ground and call that a V-up, okay? Get that whole upper torso up, meet right above those hips. For those tuck-ups, remember we want to start every one out in that good hollow body position, and then it's going to finish with those thighs in at that chest and our fingertips reaching for those heels. For your sit-ups today, we're actually going to go straight leg sit-ups. So you're just going to pinch those ankles, keep those heels on the ground, As you come up, remember, drive your elbows, boom, into your pockets. Finish shoulders over top of those hips. 6-minute AMRAP, sumo deadlift tie pull, alternating V up, rest 3 minutes. 6-minute AMRAP, deadlift, tuck ups, rest 3 minutes. 6-minute AMRAP, sumo deadlift, sit ups. Remember, each round increases both movements by 2 reps. Hope you guys have some fun. See you back here tomorrow for our long workout of the week.